Hello. So this is a video to kind of go through the Blackboard for Business 137-0002 for spring 2015 at Wake Tech. Okay, so I just wanted to go through this so you guys know where everything is located and where to find everything. So the course entry quiz, if you listen to my other video, you know that this is something that's very important. You have to take the course entry quiz by January 16th. If you take it by January 11th, I'll give you 3 points of extra credit on exam 1. So if you want, it basically is just testing you on your familiarity with Blackboard. So if you aren't very familiar with Blackboard, click here and it'll give you some information. 10 true, false, and multiple choice questions. You can take it multiple times if you like. It doesn't count towards your overall grade. And then to start it, just click on that button. Okay. Announcements, that's where I will click or post all announcements. I try to do them at least once a week for an online class, just so that you understand everything that's going on. The next thing here is the syllabus and schedule. This is really important. I consider the syllabus and schedule to basically be a contract between you and me for the semester. Okay. So here's my information. Those are when my office hours are going to be for the spring 2015. This is your ISBN for your book. The last video talked about if you want to have a physical book, use this. If you don't care about that, just use that. Okay. We use Blackboard in this class. These are the things you're going to learn about, the student learning objectives. And then this is the grading. Okay. So an A is 90, B is 80, C is 70, D is 60, F is 59. Assignments are 25%. So for each week, you're going to have a Learn Smart assignment and a quiz. And then every unit, you're going to have a reflective paper. Okay. All that together is 25% of your grade. Okay. Tests are going to be 45%, 5 tests, 1 gets dropped. Projects, 15%, just your individual project, but that's going to be 15%. And the discussion is going to be 15% as well. Okay. So you could use those numbers to calculate as you go. I'll have a weighted average button in Blackboard. But if you wanted to calculate it yourself, you could do so. All right. Email. You need to email me with your Wake Tech email, not your Gmail or Yahoo Mail or whatever mail you use. And if you do email me with one of those, I'm going to email you back and say you need to email me with your Wake Tech email. If you have a concern or a problem, I encourage you to come to me first. And if I do not answer your question or your concern, then you're free to go to the associate department head, or the dean of business and public service technology. The code of conduct, I really encourage all of you to read through this so that you know what our expectations are of you. They include things as, plagiarism is in there, right? Which is very important. Your attendance policy, you can't be absent more than 10%. If you miss 2 weeks in a row, you'll be withdrawn from the class. So don't do that. Do your work every week. Disability support services. If you have any sort of disability, I encourage you to contact them. And there's lots of things that Wake Tech can do to help students be successful. Our core values, and then the schedule. Okay. So this is the tentative schedule for the semester. It could be subject to change, and I will post that in probably many places if things do change. But in general, this is what the schedule is going to be like for the semester. Okay, so you'll see that you have what's each week, when the due date is, when the exams are going to be available, spring break, when your project's due. And then we also have here a unit summary, right? So I mentioned that the book is divided into units and you'll be tested on units and there'll be a reflective paper on each of the units. So this just kind of gives you an idea of when each of those units are in another little chart. So I hope that's helpful to you. And you can download this to your computer if you so choose. Okay, faculty information, that's just me, what we went over in the syllabus pretty much. The next thing is my Twitter account. I have a Twitter account and a Facebook page. I encourage you to follow me. I'll try to post things that are interesting to you and, things going on at Wake Tech or interesting articles or things such as my travel trip to San Francisco. Wake Tech Wake Tech does have a travel program, if you didn't know that. I'm leading a trip to San Francisco next year, and there are many others. So if you want any more information, please feel free to contact me or click here. The next thing is problems with Connect. Okay, so if you're having an issue with Connect, you're having some trouble, just click this button here, and that will take you here, right? And it can give you some information that you might need to navigate through Connect. Okay. The next one is lessons, right? And this is where you're going to spend most of your time. Okay. So, I try to set it up in weeks. You'll see that there's a couple of things here that I'd like, just an introduction with some of the videos, your link for Connect. So this takes you to our class section of Business 137. The information for Remind, which is the service that will send you text messages as a reminder. And then this is what you're going to see each week or thereabouts, right? So here's going to say week 1, and then it'll have what is due each week, right? And if you click on this week 1 button, then it will tell you, you'll always have a to-do list, right? And then the assignments. So if this was week 2, it would have your Learn Smart assignment here and your quiz, right? But none of that stuff is due this week. But you'll see that it has your orientation assignment, and then it also tells you the introduction discussion board post is due by the 12th along with the orientation assignment. Okay. So next thing, let's go to discussions, right? So this is where the discussion board will be. So the first one is just a Q&A. If you have general questions about the class, I encourage you that are real general, not specific to your grade or anything like that. Just post them here. You can post them anonymously if you don't want other students or myself to know who posted it. But if you do use anonymous, make sure that you're still maintaining professionalism. Okay. And then here's the first week's homework, right? Discussion board. And just introducing yourself to the class, both to me and your fellow classmates. We're going to be working together for the next 16 weeks. So it's always nice to know a little something about each other. Okay. The project information is posted here. And again, I'll give you some more information about that. Your grades, and then student support just has a lot of resources and links of things that are offered at Wake Tech that maybe you may or may not have known about. The help desk, BlackBoard support, the ILC. So I encourage you to, during this first week, really take a look at all these links to see that all that Wake Tech offers you as a student. So I think that's it for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to give me a holler. Have a great day.